Good morning. It's Christmas Eve, calendar-wise. Not calendar-wise, but as far as trading goes. And look for a fall-off pretty quickly afternoon Central Time, 1 New York time. I have lots of news this morning that hopefully will stir some things up and give us some opportunities. Also, option expiration in treasuries today. We'll kick it off with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have been overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. As you can see, volumes and volatility are well off overnight. We're shut down on Monday. Europe will be shut down on Monday and Tuesday. The markets, it'll be Wednesday before we have a full complement next week. Today, cash bonds shut down at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. If the lunch hour hasn't killed the market, that will. But all the news will be behind us. Lots of news this morning. Durable orders. All the numbers are really good for the stock market, +2. Ex-transportation, +0.5. Core capital goods, this one could come in higher than forecast, +0.4. Personal income, +0.4. Personal spending, +0.3. Personal spending could come in higher than forecast. They say people are going nuts on credit cards. New home sales, 650. That one could come in higher than forecast. Consumer sentiment, 97. Did see one guesstimate at 97.7. That one actually might come in higher than forecast. KC Fed, don't know. Previously 16. And Baker Hughes, again, with the passage of the tax law, in anticipation of such, we could see these numbers come in higher than forecast. 1168 for North America. 930 were the numbers last week. Look for this number to be a little bit higher. The focus, durable orders, ex-transportation, personal spending, consumer sentiment at 97.0. Then we have option expiration. OPEX, not OPEC. And the play yesterday was 23.5. 23.28 for the 10-year. So that'll give us what? A 23.22 projected close. Yesterday we were saying that it was going to close at 23.24, so we'll see if that happens. On the 30-year, it was 150.16 to 151. Gives us a projected close at 150.24, which is where we were yesterday also. So we'll see if that actually happens. 19 to 23, sell 1. 27.31, sell 2. On the buy side, we're there, maybe a little lower. 9 to 13, let them freeze the calls, freeze the puts, buy 1. And then 1 to 5 for buy 2. Hope everybody is ready for Christmas. It's a wonderful time for that and Thanksgiving for counting blessings and getting together with family members and good times and setting aside your concerns and worries and woes for a couple of days. As you move through the continuum of time, family just becomes more and more and more important. And I've certainly seen that in my life. That old adage, stop and smell the roses, becomes more and more important too. 4 to 8, number 1. 11 to 15, cell 1. 19 to 23, cell 2. On the buy side, 24 to 28, number 1. 17 to 21, buy 1. And we'll make 9 to 13, buy 2. Keep it pretty tight. I'm anticipating a trading range today. The news is all negative, if as forecast. Comes in as forecast for treasuries, but don't think they'll be paying any attention to that. And trading, typically, even though we'll have the 2, 5, and 7-year auctions, next week usually is not very rewarding unless you're prepared to buy and sell the opening and disappear for a couple hours. You can make that work between Christmas and New Year's. The big blow came through last night. We went from about 54 degrees when I was out walking last night. About 8 o'clock it was 33 with the wind blowing 20 to 30 miles an hour. I didn't waste any time. That wind chill is something else. The dogs, of course, loved it. Okay, our tractor's up here at 78, right up here. That area right there. So we'll make 73, 75, sell 1. 78, 80, sell 2. Don't look for a big day in gold. Starting noon Eastern. These guys will probably start packing it in too. You can see how volume is holding. You can see we have all this buying behind us from whatever the reason. Bitcoin, what last time I looked was less than 14K. The one I was in is at 683. God, that's just fantastic volatility. Went from a high of about 850. There's no way to play it that I can see. The spread between the bid and the offers there. I looked at the volumes on the CME's Bitcoin, 1,300 contracts in the front month, 85 to 95 in the back 2 months. I mean, that's just not enough liquidity yet to play on the futures markets. So you're stuck in crash with a huge spread between the bid and the offer, and you get slipped anyway. It's not what you're not going to get what you see on the screen. And they put commissions on top of it to pay for the wallet. So one of those things you just have to. Well, my $100 is going to turn into 1,000 a couple, 3, 4 years from now, or it's going to be 0 and disappear. That's the only way I can see to play it. Okay. On the buy side, the low is just right below 70. So had this low at 66, 66, 68. We'll try to do it on the cheap. May take 70s to get in. We'll just have to see. And then we'll be where we were yesterday at 62, 64. Peter Schiff says Bitcoin is headed for 0, which is something Peter Schiff would say. Not the most bullish player out there by any stretch of the imagination. Bad news sells. Bad news projecting catastrophic events lower markets. Get you on all the news programs. Okay, the euro, Globex, looks like all the action was in Globex. So we've got a seller against 1950 and we've got a buyer at 1900. So 40 to 50 sell 1, 65, 75 sell 2. On the buy side, value area low is close to 20, so we'll make 10 to 20 buy 1. And 1890, 1900 buy 2. Trying to pick these areas up. That's where support and resistance currently lies. Crude oil, imagine it'll be in a range. Contract expiration was on Wednesday. Cash players are, I guarantee, in crude oil. Anybody that can get away, starting their winter vacations wherever it's going to be, the islands, family, skiing. These guys have the bucks and they blow out as early as they can. Yesterday we liked the sell at 25 to 50. We're at 92, so we'll lower it a little bit, 58, 58 and a quarter. We were trying to sell 25s to 50s. There's your high right there. So our call last night was good. Not looking for a big day, so 57, 50, 75. Let them maybe get stops. Come down into this area. And then 57 even, 57.25. Not looking for a big day here. Probably the least affected or impacted by the news. And we'll put sell 2 up here at 50 to 75. The Emini, can they do it? I don't know if the Emini is going to do it or not. All the news, if as forecast, is supportive for the Emini, but there is December the 29th. And seasonals can take the market lower into Christmas as window dressing occurs. Get rid of the last stocks that you don't like. So resistance is at 95, 98, and support is at definitely 82, maybe 80, 83 to 80. And that's where we find ourselves right now. So I like the long side. I think when we look at the longer term, it's all a P. We're still pointed higher. I don't know if we can get it today. The news is really favorable. Durable orders +2. Ex-transportation +0.5. Core capital goods +0.4. Personal income +0.4. Personal spending could come in higher if everybody's borrowing as much as the news wire services reported. New home sales 650. That number could come in higher. Consumer sentiment 97 plus. Saw an estimate out there for 97.7. KC Fed, don't know. Baker Hughes rig count previously 1168. 930. Both those numbers could come in higher. Focus, durable orders, ex-transportation, personal spending, consumer sentiment. So 94, 96 is where resistance is. Sell 1. 99.01, sell 2. On the buy side, let's go 85, 87, buy 1. Maybe come down into this area right into here. Maybe stops below that. They're going to take it up. They've been running it down early in the session, so we'll give it a little bit of room, and then 80 to 82 for buy 2. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible in a bit.